This is Scott with Learn to Stop Hunger, and today we're going to take a look at how to check if your computer is ready for an upgrade to Windows 8. Many of you may still be running Windows XP, and as we all know, the support life for that operating system is coming to an end. As a result, you're probably looking for a good alternative to switch to. And although the media may have given Windows 8 somewhat of a bad name, I've had good experiences with it so far, and I think it's worth a look. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but I think once you get beyond that, you'll learn to enjoy the operating system. First thing you want to do, though, is to check and see how ready your current computer is for Windows 8. In order to do that, go ahead and bring up your favorite search engine and search for Windows 8 Upgrade Assistant. Go ahead and do that here and run our search, and I found that a good item to look at for this would be the Upgrade Assistant FAQ. I'll go ahead and click on that, and when you get to this page, you'll have a couple of options. And it really depends on what operating system you're currently running. If you're running Windows 7, you will want to download the Windows 8.1 Upgrade Assistant. And if you are running Windows XP or Vista, which I'm guessing probably most of you watching this video at the current time will be running possibly XP, if that's the case, you want to download the Windows 8 Upgrade Assistant. So I'm running Vista. I want to go ahead and download the Windows 8 Upgrade Assistant. I'm going to click on the link here, and you can see we're starting to download, and it's about a 5 meg download. Not all that big, really. And I'm going to go ahead and finish that. It's just about done downloading here. And I'll say open. Go ahead and run it. And it takes just a little bit to launch it here. What this is going to do is it's going to scan the current applications that you have installed. It's going to take a look at your hardware, and it's going to take a look at the drivers on your system, and it's going to give you a report back telling you which items are compatible with Windows 8 and which items may require further research on your part, and which items may be flat out incompatible with Windows 8. And as it says here, this can actually take a few minutes, so you may want to stop and take a coffee break while it's doing the check. Alright, the Upgrade Assistant has finished doing its scanning for me here, and it looks like I've got 32 apps and devices that are flat out compatible. They'll work great on Windows 8. I've got 10 items I need to take a look at further, and it's saying I would need to reinstall compatible apps and devices in Windows 8. And personally, if I'm doing an operating system upgrade, I find that it's typically best to do a clean build anyway. So, I mean, if I'm going to do an upgrade, I'm planning on reinstalling anyway. So the next thing you're going to want to do, in this case, obviously we want to look at the 10 items in particular and see what needs to be done. I'm going to click on See Compatibility Details, and it's going to bring up a list here. You can go down and look through this list. Okay, so actually what it did was the items to review are listed at the top. You can see here it says for you to review, so these are the ones that we're really interested in looking at. And then the compatible items are down here, and those are items we don't really need to worry about. Let's see, if I look at my list for review, it's telling you a few different things. For example, when I go to Windows 8, it's saying Windows 8 may not come with a DVD player app by default, so I might have to find one of my own. Another item is, you see I've got these sidebar gadgets over here, and those are no longer supported in Windows 8. I don't think for most people that'd be too big of a deal. Looks like I can't handle the secure boot feature of Windows 8, which actually I'm not real familiar with, but if I want to learn more, I can just click on this More Info option. And then another thing is, it's basically telling me my screen resolution will limit some of the Windows 8 features that I can use. Looks like there's a problem with Security Essentials and you need to go to the app website for help. Actually, I believe that there's a built-in replacement for that in Windows 8. And then we've got a few other items here. It looks like I'm going to need to get newer versions of these various apps if I want to run them on Windows 8. So I'm not too concerned about that. If I want to, I can go ahead and print this list out, or I can save. Let's go ahead and see what happens when I save. I'll click the Save button, and it will actually let me save that as HTML, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and hit Save. And here's my HTML page. I'll click on that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it gives you this HTML version, which you can save for future reference, or if you have maybe a friend or an IT professional who's going to help you with the upgrade, you can go ahead and send them this information. I'm sure that'd be helpful for them to assess the situation. And once you're satisfied with that, you can go ahead and click Close. I can actually you can hit Next here, and apparently in some locations you're able to do a download from this point, but you're not here in, I'm in the US, which obviously Microsoft is in the US as well, so I don't know if that's just no longer enabled across the board, or if really they are only allowing the download in certain regions. But downloads obviously can be done from Microsoft's website still, just not from within this little utility. So I'll go ahead and click Finish, and I'm all done. So hopefully you found that this video was helpful in learning how to assess your computer's readiness for an upgrade to Windows 8, and I wish you good luck in upgrading to Windows 8.